Hello there.
General Kenobi.
We meet again for
Yes.
episode 5. So,
Okay.
what happened in episode 5?
Yeah, this was I thought this was a much better episode, but I guess the first thing we start off was we actually could see Anakin finally.
Yes, Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they brought him back.
Yeah, they finally did. So it is actually showing him without his prosthetics. He's like I don't know if they're like in the they must be at the Jedi consulate or something like that.
Yeah, they're like at the temple somewhere. It's on Coruscant for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the actual Jedi temple or if it's like some proxy building or something. I don't know. But yeah, so we see Hayden. They actually look like they used minimal digital de-aging, if any at all.
Yeah, because you could tell that Hayden Christensen was a little bit older. Like he definitely looked a little bit.
He definitely looked
older.
Yeah, he definitely looked older, but it didn't have that uncanny valley look to it. So
yeah,
I kind of preferred this. Even if he does look older, I prefer it if they do minimal de-aging because it wasn't as jarring as like Luke has been recently and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Although Luke got a lot better in Boba Fett than he was in Mandalorian. But this I still preferred.
Yeah, especially if they use the actor, be like, oh, just take his face and just kind of slightly, because Hayden Christensen doesn't look that old anyway. He looks pretty young.
Yeah, he still looks the same. He's just got some crow's feet and some wrinkles or whatever.
Yeah, just like a little bit extra wrinkles.
Right, and same with Ewan. Ewan looks even more like he did 20 years ago.
Yeah,
he hasn't aged. He's aged less rapidly than Hayden has.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, it was a really cool scene. It's kind of interspersed throughout the entire episode, so you get a little bit of it and then it cuts away.
Yeah, you get kind of what Anakin's like. He's more like a very impulsive, which if you watch the movies, you kind of know Anakin is very an impulsive person.
Right, he is.
And it's like some of the training with Obi Wan, like you will be a Padawan if you keep doing this. You can't let your proving yourself to be your undoing, I guess you can say.
Right. Your arrogance and lust for power have already done that.
Yeah.
But I was surprised we got episode 2 Anakin.
Yeah.
That's the thing that surprised me. Like I thought they were gonna do like episode 3 or whatever, but I couldn't tell. I think I tried looking to see if he had the glove or not, but I couldn't tell if he had both of his hands.
I guess there was a couple like articles I read. I guess it's supposed to be. This is like I think he has both his hands. This is
okay. Before. So it's even before episode 2. So it's pre-Clone Wars.
Yeah, pre-Clone Wars.
Which was interesting.
Yeah, because it's like when he's like definitely training. So like when he's first starting, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and then after that, and I guess it kind of, and after that it goes into then they go to like the plant. They're like on the what are they? It takes them to the path or whatever they're.
Yeah, they're on Jabeam.
Yeah, Jabeam, because it's like I think the next scene was where Vader's like on the ship, and then Reva comes up and he's like, "You have pleased me" or something like that, or she was like, "Where are they at?" Basically.
Yeah, he makes like,
they're landing in Jabeam right now, and he's like, "You have pleased me greatly, Grand Inquisitor." So he basically promoted him to Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah, and then sends her on the mission to Jabeam.
Yeah, to go get Obi-Wan, basically. And a lot of this is like, well, you learn later on this in the actual plot where they don't really care about all the other people. They really care about Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Literally just care about Obi-Wan more than everyone else. It's like they're like the secondary objective is the people. Obi-Wan's like their primary objective.
Right.
Pretty much. So what happened after that? It was like they do some talking. Lola or whatever that stupid robot.
Lola.
Yeah. Guess bitch robot comes out. It's like with the Sith programming.
Yeah, the programming that Babu Frick did to her.
Yeah, exactly.
She goes into the weird duct or vent or whatever.
How did that robot open that duct door? I was like looking at it. I was like, how did that thing open it?
There's this tiny little duct that only a child can fit in.
Yeah.
For some reason. So like, was this place built by like children?
Yes.
Why can only a child fit in there? But Lola goes and like shuts the hangar door so they can't escape.
Yeah, because their plan was basically since they landed, they're like, we need to get out of here. Like literally, let's get out of here because I'm sure the Empire's coming, basically.
Right.
So the robot comes and like pulls a wire, I guess.
Yeah, something like
later
that.
on, like Leia just literally just grabs like a plug and just plugs it back in and it works.
Takes the USB port out of Lola and she's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like that part where it's like you have a restraining bolt and it's like not even attached on correctly. She just literally like flicks it off.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, oh, you're good now.
And we're all good now.
The Sith programming has been expunged off of you.
Yes.
So I don't get how that Sith programming actually works because it's like the restraining bolt makes them have the Sith programming, but you could just flick the restraining bolt off.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, it was
can't
weird.
just like maybe they should just like maybe like weld that on there. Even we have like solder. You just like solder that thing on, but
nope.
I guess I couldn't do that.
They should have like a tiny lightsaber solder.
Yeah, they probably should do that.
A little tiny like pen-sized lightsaber. Just like
just like attach it on.
Yeah,
after Lola knocks off the wire, trips over the wire, and it closes the gate, and they can't get out. Like you see, I guess this is where you start seeing Obi-Wan starting to become more like the Jedi, because he's becoming more like the leader again. Mm-hmm. He's like, we're doing this now. They're coming. They're basically saying they're coming.
We need.
How long is it going to take to open this gate? And the guy was like, it's going to take 4 hours. He's like, make it 1. Make it 1 hour.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hold them off, basically. Actually, how did they know that they were coming there? Did someone see I can't remember. Did someone see like Imperial warship come in or something? Or maybe there was
I don't remember how they exactly knew they were coming. Or they
I guess it really doesn't matter.
Knew that they were coming. Could have been like Obi-Wan sensed it or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But he's like, they're coming, so he's like, we're gonna have to barricade these doors. We're gonna stop them from trying to come in. We're gonna try to keep it. You guys get the door open so we can get out of here, basically. And then at this point, I think Obi-Wan gets like a transmission or something, because you see Haja shows up because I guess he came there.
Yeah.
What's his name? Haja, or I don't even know his name.
Yeah, it's like Haja or something. But yeah, he gets the probably the dumbest part of the episode. Yeah. Obi-Wan gets a voice message, gets a video message, and he goes to another room to check it out, and it's Bail Organa. Bail calls Obi-Wan and is like, I know you told me not to contact you, but I'm just going to let you know that I'm going to Tatooine, to Owen Lars' homestead, where Luke Skywalker, son of Anakin Skywalker, is currently residing.
Yeah, I know. It's like, why did you say it like that? It's like, repeat, going to Tatooine.
Gives the address.
Yeah. To this house.
To this exact house. Shows a picture of the house.
And it shows Owen Lars is like, Reva even talked to him. Like,
gotta go see that guy that Reva talked to earlier in the show.
Even I wasn't there, but I somehow know that Reva talked to him. It's like, that's not foreshadowing.
They always have to do something stupid in these episodes.
Yeah, it's like, that's not foreshadowing, to the extreme.
Right. So then shortly after that, Reva arrives with her platoon of stormtroopers.
Yeah, and they're like, she walks up and they have like this, I don't know, it's like some super gun that they just set down and it's supposed to break through doors.
Yeah.
Or something. But they basically barricade the doors, and I guess they have a couple different doors. Mm-hmm. It just shows the one door, but I guess later on in the episode they get through the one, but they have to go through multiple ones. And then basically Reva tells them we're gonna kind of surrender, or we're gonna blow this door down. So they shoot the door a couple times, and then Obi-Wan's like, they're trying to get me. You guys get this door open. They're trying to get me. I'll try to basically hold them off or try to like stall them while you're working on this thing so you can stall them as much as possible. So they basically was like, I want to negotiate. I don't understand how they knew to negotiate. Other than the stormtrooper just was like, oh, he wants to negotiate.
Yeah, I thought that too. They send him like a telepathic message or something. The stormtrooper's just like, the stormtrooper's like, I have a premonition. They wish to negotiate.
Yeah, it's literally the guy's like shooting the door, but then somehow he knows that they want to negotiate.
Yeah,
Obi-Wan wants to negotiate with them.
Yeah, so then Obi-Wan and Reva talk through the door at each other, and we get
there's like they must be screaming because the door is like 50 inches thick here.
Yeah, and we get the big reveal that everybody called in episode 1 that Reva was one of the younglings.
Yeah.
During Order 66.
Because Obi-Wan's like, how do you know his name is Anakin? Because Darth Vader wouldn't just call himself Anakin.
Right.
But I guess that is true. It's like, why? Like, how do you know that his name is Anakin?
Well, yeah, in the comics and stuff, he kills anybody who knows who he is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, here Obi-Wan figures it out. And then
it's like, you're the youngling. You're a youngling.
They forgot, they do a flashback of Anakin. So now we got episode 3 Hayden Christensen coming in and killing younglings. And then
killing all them younglings.
Yeah, we actually get a slightly more graphic depiction of it than episode 3 because we do see him like chopping younglings, but it's not.
Yeah,
they don't linger on it, but we do see it.
The only youngling they didn't chop is that one that's stuck in amber.
Whatever that's about.
Yeah,
and then
the headquarters.
Yeah. So then we find out that Reva's goal is actually to kill Vader.
Yeah.
This has all been a ruse to get close to Vader. And it's like,
he's like, okay, you're hunting him.
Right.
Like, you're hunting him.
Which would make sense if she wasn't so damn ruthless.
Yeah, that is
because
true.
She's so ruthless that the Inquisitors are like, chill.
Yeah, no. The Inquisitor's like, you gotta stop killing people. Come on.
Stop killing these innocent people. So that means she's just going around murdering innocent people just cause.
Yeah.
Like, she's not really evil. She's not really an Inquisitor. She's just doing this to kill Vader. Then why is she murdering like innocent people?
That's another thing I didn't understand. Like, literally, Anakin is standing in front of her. Did he just like stab her in the stomach? Because it looks like she does, but then she says, oh, I just was hiding underneath the bodies of my other like youngling friends.
Oh no, yeah, he did stab her.
Okay, did he?
They show that at the end, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, Vader stabbed her in the chest, but because that doesn't kill anybody in this show.
Yes.
She was okay.
It cauterizes the wounds, so
I guess that makes sense. But
yeah,
she
so they don't die.
Yeah, so she hit under the bodies of the other.
Very end of the show, she has blood everywhere. It's like that doesn't make any sense.
No, but yeah, she hit under the bodies of the younglings.
Yeah,
whatever. And then after this scene, they have this conversation, and then she just cuts the door in half with the lightsaber, like one swing.
Great plan.
And before that, the cannon was firing at the door for like 30 minutes. She could have just walked up and cut the door in half then.
Yeah, I know. She literally just walked up instead of the guy going and say, oh, Obi-Wan wants to talk to you.
Yeah, she just
can't hear him screaming through the door.
She just walks up and cuts the door in half. And then this brings in the most beautifully shot battle sequence in the history of Star Wars. They open up the door. Obi-Wan's just standing there like an idiot for like 20 seconds before he gets his lightsaber out. And everybody, the stormtroopers are all shooting. The stormtroopers come walking in, and at one point they're 2 feet away from the rebels, and they still can't hit them.
Yeah, that was like ridiculous. It's like I think some of the rebels like was like RKOing these stormtroopers. That's how close they were.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
They can't hit anything. Yeah. They're also,
I mean, that's like a running joke, but
yeah,
I mean, that was getting to the point where it's like, okay, that's just ridiculous.
No, yeah, that was a whole nother level of idiocy.
Yeah.
Like they're literally feet away and they can't hit anything. So they retreat down the corridor. Eventually we get the big sacrifice where Tala, the Imperial officer lady, she gets trapped in the corridor.
And the robot that, I don't even know the name of the robot. The robot
guy, the
gets shot.
Loader droid died, the one that saved Obi-Wan in episode 3.
Yeah.
He dies protecting Tala, and then Obi-Wan's like 10 feet away, but he can't get to her.
Yeah. Because he's fighting like
He's cutting down a bunch of stormtroopers that are like walking up to him.
Yeah, I know.
They're like trying to punch him or something with their guns.
Yeah, I don't understand that part either.
They're not even shooting at him. They're like inches away from him. They're just keep coming forward.
It's like he has a laser sword. It's like, come on. Like, probably want to use your gun here.
They're like trying to walk past him or walk through him or something.
It's like, let's all, like, their plan should have been, let's all shoot at once. You can't hit them all. I can't possibly hit every bolt coming this way.
Right.
But it was, no, that's not the plan. It's
the plan is just walk towards him.
Yeah.
Don't stop. And then, he's like 4 feet away from Tala, but he can't just like use the force and pull her out of there or anything.
Yeah, that is true. You can't use force pull.
He's just standing there, and then she dies. She blows herself up with a thermal detonator.
She gets a thermal detonator.
And everybody's sad for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, he's like, Tala. It's like basically says Tala, and then the door closes. And then it's like, okay, let's go to the next thing.
So then he walks into the next room, and then he's immediately like, I'm going to surrender.
Yeah, because that was the plan. Is like, they're coming after me. I'll surrender. He basically like opens the door and walks out. He literally just opens the door. Is like, let me just walk out.
Yeah, he's like, let me just walk out here. And then he talks to Reva. He's like captured by these stormtroopers. And then he's standing outside, and Reva and him are talking with the whole platoon of stormtroopers like mere feet away from them.
Yeah.
And they talk about their grand plan to like betray Vader.
Yeah.
Like overthrow the Empire. And Obi-Wan even has a like join me line.
Yeah. Like join me.
Join me, and together we could destroy Vader. It was like, oh wait, what? That was very Palpatine-esque.
I mean, like, Obi-Wan kind of like used her.
Yeah, he used Reva for sure.
Like, really badly.
Yeah. But they say this right next to all these stormtroopers and nobody can hear. So apparently not only are they blind, they're also deaf.
Yeah, I know. That was another ridiculous moment. This show has a lot of ridiculous moments because it's like those guys are standing right there, like literally behind him.
Right. And then after they get done talking, the stormtroopers that brought him out pick him up and take him back into the base for some reason.
Yeah, I know. Like close the door behind him.
Where are you taking him?
Why did you close the door behind you?
So then Kenobi kills them off screen and then runs away.
Yeah, he runs back to like the ship. And then Vader, like he's saying Vader's coming, like Vader's coming because it's like, okay, Vader's coming, you help kill them all because Vader's going to be looking at me. Basically, he's like, right. Because there's another scene where it shows basically another flashback scene. He's basically because Obi-Wan was like fighting Anakin. Anakin's kind of almost like one-minded. When he has like an objective, he wants to do it.
Yeah.
It's basically saying his plan was Vader will be focused on me so much that you could just walk up and basically like stab him.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much the plan that they say right next to the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
And then, so the stormtroopers bring Obi-Wan inside. He kills them, and then he runs back to the other guys, and he find out that Leia fixed the door.
Yeah, she took off the Sith programming.
Yes, and then she fixed the door, and then so they all pile into the transporter to escape. And this is when Vader shows up.
Yeah.
Vader storms through the hallway, and then he does Force Unleashed scene where he grabs the transport and pulls it out of the sky.
Yeah.
And like rips it apart, which was super cool.
Even though that would have been the perfect point where Reva should have just stabbed him in the back.
Exactly. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. But he pulls the one transport down, but I guess he used all his force powers up because then Obi-Wan's transport escapes and you find out the first one was a decoy.
He uses FP up or whatever. It's like 4 points is what was used up.
Yeah, exactly. Vader's like FP was deplenish. Actually,
how did they? That was another thing. Like, Why did they think to put two? Was there even two ships in their place?
I don't know.
I don't think there was. I think there was just the one.
Yeah, but then it split into another one.
Yeah.
And then they took off with that ship. And then after everything's done, then Reva sneaks up on Vader.
Yeah.
So like they could have improved a lot of these things they could improve just by changing a few seconds of footage.
Some of the scenes really need to be like at least changed a little bit, because the plot is fine. It's just kind of like it needs to some things of getting to that point needs to be changed.
They got to tweak a few things, like the scene in episode 4 when Obi-Wan jumps into that side duct thing and the stormtroopers coming down the hallway. If you had just waited 2 more seconds, before the stormtroopers came down the hall, it'd been fine.
Yeah, instead of them seeing his legs,
right? And just ignoring it. And the same thing here. Like it would have been fine if Vader had pulled down the first ship and destroyed it, and then the second ship goes to take off. Vader grabs that one, and then while he grabs it, Reva attacks him.
Yeah, in the back or something, and then he has to like basically block that, and then that lets them fly away.
Yeah, and that's why he lets go. That would have made so much more sense.
Yes.
But apparently Vader has FP issues, because this is like the fire scene in episode 3 too, where he put out the flame and then 10 seconds later a new flame appeared and he can't put that one out.
Yes.
So
he needs to work on his force points a little bit more.
Right. Yeah, he's really got
to
he's really got to balance his stats.
Yeah.
He's putting all those stats into strength right now.
Yes.
But this sequence, we get a fight between Reva and Vader, and this is really cool.
Yeah, that was a good fight scene.
Because Vader unlocks Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, that is true. He's like blocking everything with his force.
He's like evading everything. Even though he just ran out of force points.
He got some back.
He got some back somehow. And now he's using the force to like evade and dodge all of Reva's attack. He never actually draws his own lightsaber. He just uses her lightsaber.
Yeah, he literally just pulls out. He basically stops whatever that spinning lightsaber away. He was like, that was a double lightsaber. I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
like all the lightsabers turned to a double lightsaber and turned into a spinning lightsaber.
Yes. Yeah, all the Inquisitors have spinny lightsabers. So, which they use to fly around in the Rebels like a helicopter blade. And it's literally the dumbest thing you've ever seen in your life.
I was trying to imagine it for a moment. Like that would look pretty weird.
It's literally the stupidest thing ever. And I think it would fit perfectly in the Kenobi show if they do it. But Vader stops it in mid spin and then like pulls it and like breaks the two lightsabers apart and then throws one to her, and then he fights her with the lightsaber, which is a weirdly awkward fight sequence.
Yeah. And he always does that one-handed fight, and it's like it does kind of look a little weird.
Yeah. But he beats her then too, because he pulls both lightsabers and then does the Ahsoka pose with the two lightsabers.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
And he's like, youngling, it's like you thought I wouldn't see youngling.
Yeah, so apparently he knew about her the entire time and her plot to kill him, but did nothing to stop it.
Yeah, I know. He let her become Grand Inquisitor.
Right. And then he walks up and stabs her, and we see the flashback where he stabbed her as a youngling through the chest. And now he stabs her again through the chest.
but she's bleeding this time.
Yeah.
It's like the lightsaber that's like would cauterize all wounds is somehow bleeding, and they having her bleed.
Right. But we know from earlier in the show that everybody survives lightsaber chest wounds.
Yes, that's true. You don't need a chest.
Unless you're Qui-Gon.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody else survives, though.
They didn't develop that force power yet.
No. So then the actual Grand Inquisitor reappears. Makes his big appearance again.
And then he takes his Grand Inquisitor badge back.
Yes. He tells her that something about the will to live increases based on revenge and hatred or something.
Yeah, and he's like, we're gonna just put you back into the gutter or whatever. So
yeah.
He basically kicks him out. I'm surprised, like, if I was Vader, I'd be like, I'm be making sure you're dying here.
Right, yeah. They just
you sit there.
They just walk away from her.
Yeah, just like, oh yeah, we'll just leave you here. Whatever.
Really stupid because Vader's like, I know your whole plan to kill me, so now I'm just gonna turn my back on you and leave.
And the Grand Inquisitor got stabbed, and I would think he'd be pretty mad about getting stabbed.
Yeah, he's like, whatever. He's totally cool.
I was like, I got my badge back. Who cares?
Yeah, he doesn't care about being stabbed. He has 2 stomachs, so
yeah, that's true. He's probably like, it's like a reformed Inquisitor. They're trying to be more merciful, I guess.
Except for her, she's just murdering people.
The person that was murdering people is now out to like, oh, we can't kill you. We're just gonna be merciful now.
Yeah. So they walk away, and then we find out that Haja dropped the stupid message that Bail Organa sent, and then she watches the video of the Bail sent of Luke's location, and that's
it's like, go to Owen's farm.
Yeah. And that's like the end
Find
of the episode.
Boy.
Yeah. That's basically the end of the episode, but I don't understand what the implications are, because it's implying that she's going to go to the homestead and then try to kill Luke. But why would she do that? Because she just said that she was trying to kill Vader, not these other people.
Yeah. And I know Vader. I don't think Vader knows. Does Vader know about Luke at this point?
He can't.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't know.
He can't know. But they do so many weird retcons in this show that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's gonna go and threaten Luke, and then she's gonna like ignite a lightsaber in front of him, which she can't do because Luke doesn't know what a lightsaber is.
Yeah, because Luke's like, "What is this?" Basically.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just gonna set up a lot more weird retcons. Okay, so before we talk about that, what do you think of a rating for episode 5?
This one I thought it was much better than the last one, which that's probably not saying very much, but. I would say I'd probably give this more like I'll probably give this like 7.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. 7.
Yeah,
it's pretty solid. We picked it apart.
Seeing Hayden Christensen and seeing like the Obi Wan Anakin like again, and just kind of like their relationship a little bit, especially with the lightsaber battle, or like duel, or I guess like the sparring they're having.
Right.
It kind of developed on that character, I guess, a little bit more.
Yeah, this episode has its faults, but it has enough cool stuff to keep you watching.
Yeah.
It's got the flashbacks are really good. All the Vader scenes were good.
Yeah.
So like that's enough to bring me back.
Yeah, I would say this is probably the strongest episode of the season, I would think.
Yeah, and they should have done this type of stuff earlier.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If the show had been like this from the start, then I think it would have been much better.
Yeah, because it is pretty effective where Obi-Wan is kind of remembering, or I guess that this what Vader was kind of remembering too, like at certain points. And it's kind of like, okay, you get some of the backstory. They probably should have done that a long time ago.
Right. Okay, so we got 1 episode left. So do you think we're gonna see Qui-Gon next episode or no?
At this point, I don't think they are, just because I'm not sure where Qui-Gon would fit. Actually, I'm not even 100% sure where he would even fit in this.
The only thing is, like, if Obi-Wan fights Vader again, it might be the thing that pushes him over the edge to beat Vader.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon contacts him, even if it's during the fight.
Yeah.
it's like, that might be something to give him that impetus to defeat Vader. But yeah, otherwise, I don't know. Because you almost don't need him anymore because Kenobi's acting like Kenobi again anyway.
Yeah, he's starting to like get his like confidence back. He's starting to become more like a Jedi.
Yeah. So it's very strange. And that came out
I'm wondering. Yeah, the only thing I'm wondering is what Reva's like plan is. She can't go back to Vader and tell him, "Oh, there's your son is there. Your son is in this farm."
Well, that's why I don't understand how she's a threat to Luke at this point. Like, why would she go after Luke unless she wants to regain favor with Vader? But that's not happening. He knows that she's trying to kill him. Why the hell would he bring her back?
Yeah, and like the Grand Inquisitor's not going to allow it.
No, that's stupid.
And yeah, because that plot point, that's another plot point. It's like it kind of doesn't make very much sense,
right?
A little bit,
but yeah.
But if I remember correctly, it was like Obi Wan doesn't know that Reva knows that he's over there.
Right. Well, he doesn't know. He has a feeling at the end of the episode that something's wrong, but he doesn't know.
It's like something is like something's happening or something like that, or whatever, the Force type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see.
So it'd have to like drop, basically, kind of like drop Leia off at Alderaan, because I think that's where they're trying to get to Alderaan still.
Yeah, I think so.
Because they can't have Leia and Luke see each other. That would not make any sense.
There's a lot of stuff that wouldn't make any sense.
So it'd have to drop Leia off, but I have a feeling they're going to get to Tatooine because he knows that her dad's coming over there to Tatooine.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
So yeah, that's like trying to think about it. It's like, so they're going to get to Tatooine. But Leia's going to be there, and Leia might see Luke, and they're probably going to see each other, and it's going to be a weird scene. It's like, this doesn't make any sense.
No, it's not. It's going to be strange. But we'll see what they do. So we got one episode left. So we'll do the review for that as well.
Yes.
When it comes. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like. Consider subscribing to the channel as well for more Kenobi content. And thanks for watching. See ya.
All right, see ya.